Thousands of India's biggest talents in one place with the hopes of their families, friends, districts and states on them. Thousands of hours of preparation, all for glory. Do well here and the world is your stage. No limit is big enough and no challenging is too daunting. You think we are talking about Indian Idol, right? No, not at all. Even as the country was debating who will lead the Congress, whether the rupee is weakening or the dollar is strengthening, and Meghalaya, Nagaland and Tripura were finding new ways to fix their education system, something else far more pivotal for Indian youths was taking place in Gujarat. If you still cannot take a guess, well done. I'm talking about the National Games. Oh, and it took place after 7 years. Why? Well, another video sometime later. Between September 28 and October 13, EastMojo's Tridib Baparnash covered several events at the National Games, and after the end of the event, we decided that his observations, reports and analysis would make for an interesting video of Decoded. Plus, even we are bored of telling how bad things are in this region. So grab a bottle of Gatorade, put on your favorite sports jersey and allow me, your host Kalyan Deb, to explain why it was a case of few positives amid a generally grey cloud that has become to represent Indian sports. Pursuing for months.
The village of Assam
in the 75th Independence Day.
First things first, for the next 60 seconds or so, let us keep our ideologies aside. We have all grown up reading stories about sports persons being treated like subhumans. Only recently, Kabaddi players at a state level tournament in Uttar Pradesh's Saharanpur were allegedly served food that was stored in a toilet. And if that surprised you, well, either you have never read about how we treat non-cricketers in our country, or well, because the recently concluded National Games are the only national event you have witnessed. Gujarat government, and this will surely piss off a lot of anti-BJP people, hats off to you. The facilities were immaculate, the service superb, and every athlete present and past had only good things to say about the events. Yes, we have miles to go before our athletes can become world-class talents, but an impeccable organization is a surely wonderful place to begin with. So, well done, and other states will do well to emulate. And UP, please start by serving food in non-toilet areas. In one sentence, Manipur. And everyone else, well, Manipur finished 9th overall, but even then it was head and shoulders above the rest of the states, finishing with a total haul of 50 medals that included 20 gold, 10 silver and 20 bronze. Assam finished 14th with a total haul of 28 medals, including 9 gold, 10 silver and 9 bronze, while Arunachal Pradesh finished 16th after totaling 7 medals, 6 gold and 1 silver. Tripura ended up on 25th with 3 medals, 2 gold and 1 bronze. Mizoram 28th with 4 medals, 1 gold, 1 silver and 2 bronze, and Sikkim managed to finish 32nd with a lone bronze. And Meghalaya and Nagaland, wow, blank, no medals, eh? How do two sports crazy states go without a single medal? Will this be an issue in the upcoming elections? Will Conrad Sangma blame this on TMC? Will Saket Gokhale come out with an expose on this too? Will Nagaland BJP's Temjan Inna blame Congress for this debacle? Again in a later episode of Decoded. But still, zero? How? We will, and I promise, to do a separate video about all the stars from our region who have every chance of making it big at a national stage. But for now, let's focus on a few. Sampo Lapung. Lapung stood out in the weightlifting arena at the Mahatma Mandir complex in Gandhinagar after smashing the national clean and jerk record in the 96 kg class when he lifted 190 kg to pocket the gold medal. For the Arunachal Army man, weightlifting was an escape route to get rid of his boxing coach's beating and a bloody nose after each bout at the Sports Authority of India's Naharlagun Centre. Watch out for Sambu. Ranju Chingambam. Skateboarding, a sport as alien to India as pasta in an Assamese thali. Yet that is the beauty of sports, isn't it? One kid fell in love with it 5 years ago and today stands with gold. Manipur skateboarder Ranju Chingambam's story will inspire a generation of kids across the country to dream big irrespective of their financial conditions. The 17-year-old left the judges and spectators in awe with his tricks at the Sabarmati riverfront, en route his gold medal win in the competition. In the absence of any stable financial income, Ranju decided to take up odd whitewashing jobs to pursue his skateboarding dreams. Born to Manglem Singh, who works as a daily wage labourer, and Ranjita, a momo seller, Ranju knew he had to battle the hard way to make it count. As he maintains, there is a lot of struggle for dreaming big in sports. Ranju, who took up the sports 5 years ago, now has his eyes on making it to the Asian Games next year. And since we are talking about overcoming odds, imagine the plight of Tongbram Manorama Devi. Yes, the same Manorama who was part of the 2018 Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast. Most people cannot make it to the office once they have fever, but those who give in to such problems never make it big, do they? Manorama overcame fever and headache to sprint ahead of Assam's Chainika Gogoi and Pooja Baban Danole of Maharashtra to win the women's 85-kilometer road race. And last but not least from Manipur was Naurem Roshibina Devi, who clinched the gold medal in Wushu after asserting her superiority over Haryana's Ritu. In team events, the Manipur women's football once again showed their legacy, defending their crown by beating Odisha in the final. Asa Chaudhary of Assam grabbed a gold in women's 100-meter butterfly with 2 meet records on the same day. And she did not go, that is all folks. She went on to finish second in 200-meter butterfly despite smashing another couple of games records on her way to the podium. In 100-meter butterfly, Astha first created the national record of 1.03.90 in the heats before eclipsing that in the final by clocking 1.03.37 to consign Karnataka girls Tanishi Gupta, who clocked 1.03.51, and Neena Venkatesh at 1.03.68 to the third and second spots respectively. Another Assam swimmer, Bikram Changmai, surprised the stalwarts in the field by topping the heats of the men's 200-meter butterfly event with a time of 2.06.42, leaving big names like Aryan Panchal of Gujarat, record holder Sajan Prakash of Kerala, and Utkarsh Patil of Karnataka trailing in his wake. In the final, Olympian Sajan Prakash put the aspirations of the young Assamese swimmer on hold by obliterating his own meet record of 2.00.69 with an effort of 1.59.56. Bikram eventually ended up with the silver after clocking 2.03.43. Shivangi Sharma pulled a rabbit out of the hat by surprising local star and Olympian Manna Patel in the final of the women's 100-meter freestyle competition. She fell short of the meet record of 58.34 seconds set by Shivani Kataria of Haryana at Kerala in 2015 to take the gold medal in 58.77 seconds. It was a good recovery for the young Assamese swimmer, who had earlier settled for a bronze in women's 50-meter freestyle after clocking 27.21 seconds. Lalhum Himi. Judoka Lalhum Himi got Mizoram's only gold medal from the National Games. She took the top spot on the podium after beating a formidable Pinky Balhara of Delhi in the 52-kilogram final. Now, here's the thing. As good as the performances were, we are miles off setting the world on fire. Sure, we will always win, or at least have a chance at events like boxing, weightlifting, archery, shooting, and even team sports like hockey. The truth is that, at least in athletics, we are, and there is no other way of putting it, miles off the pace. Take the 100 meters men's final for example. The winner, Amlan Buragohai, clocked in at 10.38. Sure, he ran much faster, 10.28 in the semi-finals, but he is not even on the same planet as the world's fastest. To put this in context, the 10-second mark was broken nearly 5 decades ago, and we are no closer to breaking that mark. The comparison in women's 100 and 200 meters would make for even more sorry reading. Jyothi Yeraji of Andhra Pradesh won the women's 100 meter clocking 11.51 seconds, while Archana Susindran of Tamil Nadu bagged the 200 meter gold after setting a new games record clocking 23.06 seconds. And the same goes for middle distance and long distance running. The only exception to this remains Avinash Sehgal, who is now counted among the world's best in the steeplechase event. But we can either cry over not being good enough or work towards being the best in the world. And the national games were a good place to start.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to EastMojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.